Hey guys, today we have the Camillus Stroud Desert SK for review. The Desert SK. One thing I gotta tell you about this knife, deploys like butter and it's only riding on Teflon bushings. So impressed. We'll do a retake on that. It's just something else. Anyway, the Desert SK by Camillus. This is Les Stroud's line, aka Survivor Man. This is not his high-end line through Hella in Norway. The guys that make the Viking knives. But they're also much more expensive than this. The average price on this guy is about $30, which is pretty decent. It's typically a little cheaper than the Bear Grylls knives, which I can't understand because Bear Grylls is an actor, puts his name on stuff, but I'm starting to digress. The scales on this knife are FRN, or fiber reinforced nylon, with rubberized inlays to help with traction. And they do a fairly good job at actually giving you a decent purchase on this knife. Now, I was watching an interview with Les, and he says that they actually inlaid these fluorescent rubber pieces in here to help you locate the knife if you ever dropped it out in the wilderness or in a low light situation, etc. This knife has a 3.5-inch drop point hollow ground blade made of 440A. It also has this non-stick titanium coating on it. It's supposed to help you with food prep and keep things from sticking to it. And it does a fairly decent job at repelling rust. I don't generally oil any of my blades that have a solid coating on them, and I have no rust issues or corrosion issues with this whatsoever. It has a weight of 4.2 ounces. And one of the big things about these knives is they actually come with a fire steel in the handle. And they do a good job of getting them wedged in there so you don't lose it. That's a decent steel. It's long enough to do what you got to do and get her done. I've seen lots that are shorter. And the blade actually has a notch ground into it to accommodate that. Something you do need to realize with your fire steels, you do have to get the coating off of the fire steel before you use it, or you won't get much out of it at all except for a headache. And you have to wear the coating off this blade here in order to get a steel on steel connection there to get your spark. This blade is right side tip up carry only, which is okay because I carry right side tip up. If you don't, you're kind of screwed. It is a liner lock. And it isn't actually skeletonized on the inside. They could have skeletonized it and made it a little lighter. The lanyard hole on it is also not that impressive. It's very narrow. You're going to have a headache trying to get 550 cord through there. This knife has a blade length of 3.5 inches, which is right in the area I like for EDC. I like 3-inch to 3.5-inch blades. Anything smaller I find doesn't really get the job done. Anything bigger is starting to become a bit of a nuisance to carry. This knife's decent in the weight, and it gives you enough blade to do what you're looking for an EDC blade to do. Although if you are EDCing this, it is noteworthy that it does stand out if you have it in your pocket. It does ride rather high, and it's fluorescent. Coming to outdoor knives and stuff, it's nice and simple. The other Camillus knives by Les Stroud give you more options with more survival tools and whatnot, but everybody likes a folder. It does not center that well, but for the price of this knife, I really wouldn't expect it to. I'm still amazed at how it deploys, though. They got that right, if they got anything right on this knife. But anywho, guys, I appreciate you stopping by. I hope you enjoyed the Les Stroud Desert SK. I recommend you get one. And I'll see you next time.